All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a part two. I feel so silly. So anyway, let me show you the first bear that I did. So this is the first bear that I did. It's so funny. I messed this guy all the way up. So I went on the actual website. Again, I got this image from SVG Ocean. And so you see where I bought the Valentine's ornament dome to put in here for the candy to go. And you see how it wrinkled right here because the heart was not correct. So I went on the website and I see where they had videos, because when I purchased the SVGs from them, there's not any instructions. And let me go ahead and try to work while I'm talking, because the last video was about 15 minutes. So let me tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need your SVG. Of course, I bought from svgocean.com. You're going to need the image cut out, and I went ahead and cut this out for the sake of time. Again, we don't want to keep our videos long. I know people get bored and they tend to hop off. So these are all of my pieces. Got my paper from Hobby Lobby. Because I only bought one piece, 12 by 12 sheet of, each paper, I ended up having to use that sheet again because I didn't have any extra, but I wanted to go ahead and record this video. So, as you can see, it kind of ran off the edge, but again, this is me practicing. You see here, these are the score lines, and this is where they will actually push the candy through the back to get off. So you're going to need that. Because I actually had to shrink this and use it so much smaller, I just went ahead and cut the face out in permanent vinyl, because I knew there's no way I'd have been able to cut that paper this thin. Then I got a glue dot that you can't really see to put the candy on. Here's a little candy heart that I'm going to use. Of course, Aleene's Tacky Glue. Got this from Dollar Tree. Got my paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to need my little squeegee to scrape that down. Of course, I got my tweezers to pick up the little bitty small pieces. So let me go ahead and get started. So again, it's kind of funny. Let me move this into focus because I'm going to have to sit down. But I needed to know where to put my paper. So I'm going to scoot everything to the side. Turn this little piece over again. Just like I said, I bought this. This image came from svgocean.com. They got a lot of freebies there, which I had already mentioned in my previous video. But then this is just a perfect example of, whenever you're purchasing SVGs, especially cut files like this where it's a craft that you have to actually put together, double check to see if there actually is a tutorial, because as I stated, whenever I bought this, there were no directions. So I was just kind of winging it on how to put it together. Let me pick this up and fix it. And that's the one thing I like about this glue. You got a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to putting your images together. It's not dry. As long as it's not dry, you can still kind of move it around a little bit. Got that down. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. All right. Let me press this down here. So yeah, it's just funny because I was like, let me go back on the website because that didn't look right. So then when I went on the website, I was actually on the website looking for another SVG that I had gotten from them today to download. And y'all, these tweezers work amazing for these little bitty small pieces. So I went on the website, and then I saw it was like, click here for a tutorial. And I was like, well, shoot, as many times as I've downloaded stuff from this website, I didn't even know that they had tutorials on there. So that's another tip, guys. When you're purchasing SVGs and stuff, look around and see if there is a tutorial. That's a little bit too much blue. So yeah, and I'm still going to upload the other video because, again, crafting is not perfect. And we all make our fair share of mistakes. So I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my goodness. So I did this. And I'm not going to say I did it wrong. I just assumed that that's how it was going to go. It still turned out cute. I'll put that right there. It still turned out cute to me. It's just whenever you're downloading these images, always check and see. A lot of people that sell SVGs now, a lot of them have Facebook groups. A lot of them have YouTube channels just for the tutorials. So I was like, you know, the last SVG that I bought from them, I didn't see an instruction. So I just was like, well, let me wing it. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory. And here I am. These people got a whole YouTube channel with instructions on how to do stuff. And I'm like, man, I feel so silly. And so I just decided to go ahead and record this video just for y'all to see. Stuff like this really does happen. Now, just like I said, I decided to use permanent vinyl here because I knew with that being so small, I would have an issue cutting it. And I saw where she was using like permanent vinyl. See, that turned out amazing. And just like I said, the last one I had, I figured he was gonna be cockeyed because I didn't know what I was doing. Where's my glue dot? All right. So let me hold it up. You probably can't see those. Yeah, you can see the score lines right there. That's where they'll push it through the back. So let me remove this first piece of plastic here. For this glue dot. Just for the candy to have something to stick to. And let me pull the top piece of plastic off. And so then you put your candy right there. And this is not a super strong glue dot, but at the same time. And his leg is cut off, but I mean, you see those and they would just push it through. I'm not going to push it through because I'm going to give it to one of my kids. So yeah, isn't that so funny? So this is what he looks like. This is how they, it's so funny. That's how they intended him to look. So, you know, y'all just do your research instead of just jumping in. But at the end of the day, you know, my improvisation still ended up working too. And I just decided that I was going to take hot glue and glue it around that big one for it to stick. So yeah, super funny. But this is what it looks like. It's actually cool. It looks amazing to me. Despite the leg, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I cut it twice because I ran out of paper. And each time it cut his leg off. So I'm probably going to flip it over and put this on top like this. Let me see. And if I glue it down that way, it looks like he has a whole leg. And then that way it'll give it a little bit more stability because they can just pick it off if they don't want to rip it through. So anyway, this is super duper cute. Again, I got this from SVG Ocean. I got my paper from Hobby Lobby. I got my glue from Dollar Tree. I got my candy from Dollar Tree. Go ahead and subscribe if you've not already subscribed. Hit the notification button so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Leave a comment in the comment section, just to say hey, or even just tell me about every time you made a goof on crafting like I did. And then how you saved it, because this is how I fixed it. So anyway, thank you all for being so faithful. Thank you guys for all of your support. And until the next video, like I always say, do whatever makes you happy. And for me, that's crafting. Bye now.